2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our feature group is the delightful Henny Koyak. Hello, Henny.
Hi, Luke. I'm very happy to be covering this week's featured group. What a pairing. These two, they've been going back and forth at each other. There is quite the budding rivalry here.
No kidding, Henny. This player, he seems to have picked out Bubba Watson as the man to beat. That's ambitious.
Luke, you know when you think that you've got a player on the ropes, maybe they're in the middle of the trees, in the middle of a bunker, and you think they've got no shot. And then they do, in fact, pull it to 2 feet. And then you're really frustrated. That's Bubba every single time. He's that player.
No, you can't out-Bubba Bubba, can you? There's nothing elementary about this, Watson, is there? Can't wait to see how this rivalry plays out, though. Good mid-range putt, this one. An 18-footer.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Go on, get in the hole. Oh, so close. Just a short putt remaining here. And currently leading this tournament is Tony Finau. Lovely play. The second at TPC Summerland is a par 4 measuring 469 yards from the back tee. It plays slightly downhill, so a strong drive here will set up even just a short iron approach. However, there's a huge waste area to the right, so accuracy off the tee is required. The smart option here is to lay back with the 3-metal and give yourself a full shot in, and also take one club less into this green as it will release down the slope. And now to Bubba Watson.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
Oh, good look at a birdie here. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot. And that par ensures he'll stay right there at even par. The third hole at TPC Summerland is a very strong par 4 measuring 492 yards. There's a huge ravine that works right up through the middle of this. It requires a very strong drive up the right half to go at this green in 2. There is a big fairway to the left if you want to tuck over and get up and down for your par that way. Most golfers these days, Rich, are quite generic style players. It's that hit it as far as you can, knock it on the green, try and hold some putts. But with Bubba Watson, we just got the artist back in the game, didn't we? We had someone who was prepared to do whatever it needed to be to get that ball in the hole. He's just astonishing to watch.
You know, to me, Luke, I think Bubba was born in the wrong era. I think he would have been better served with persimmon woods, a lot of golf balls, and blades. And I think that he would be an even bigger impact on the game than he currently is, if that's even possible. I watch what he does with the modern equipment, and it's mind-blowing. He's one of the few players, Luke, that I will actually go in the driving range and watch hit golf shots because it is so fun to watch him aim 30 yards left and just try and hit these big sweeping hooks and fades and I mean, it's just unbelievable what he can do with the golf ball. His eye-hand coordination is simply the best in the game. No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Rich, this player is definitely not on the top of many people's favourites to win. How do you see them faring here today?
The PGA Tour is full of underdogs that can flat out play, Luke. This is just another one of those scenarios. This player is someone to watch.
Okay, let's get back to the action. This putt for inside the top 5 on the leaderboard. Ooh, right by the hole. Putting for par. Trailing by a few shots after that hole. The fifth at TPC Summerland is a par 3 measuring 197 yards. Depending on where they put the tees on this hole ensures the type of club you need to get at it. If you're going at it, make sure you avoid that bunker that's short and right. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we?
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
How close was that to going down? Big putt for par coming up. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The sixth at TPC Summerlin is a staking par 4, playing 430 yards. There's a big waste area up to the left-hand side that needs to be avoided. If you can position your drive on the right half of this fairway, it gives you the best shot up the hill to a green that is not protected by any bunkers. That's a nice looking tee shot, that one. From about 100 yards. 4 shots behind our leader. Chosen the pitching wedge here.
Trying to get it to move a little bit to the left here.
And he's hit that inside the range. A chance to move into the top 10 on the leaderboard here. Just didn't drop. Oh, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Currently 1 under for the day. The 7th at TPC Summerlin is a short par 4 measuring just 382 yards off the tips. Really, you just want to avoid the trees on the left-hand side because that will prevent you getting at the green, which is well guarded by bunkers and trees. Lay up, short right, a nice little wedge in here, and try and make a birdie.
That's really not what they were looking for.
That's a chunky lie. It's going to take all their talents to get out of this one.
No, this is like hitting it into a head of cabbage. I mean, it literally is just awful.
Oh, absolutely flushed. Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones, right on 8 feet.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Super shot that, and that will take him to 2 under. The 8th at TPC Summerlin is a big par 3, playing 239 from the tips. A well-struck shot will avoid the gully here, but anything to the left half can roll off the green. The bunker short rider also to be avoided, so you don't make a sloppy bogey. Going with the 4-iron here. Left yourself an opportunity.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
Okay, time to return to the action. And he's down there. You got to read.
This is downhill. Can't be too bold.
That was a gallant attempt. Just a 4-footer remaining. Solid par putt, that. Well, that's certainly a step in the right direction. Keep it going. The 9th at TPC Summerlin is a par 5 measuring over 563 yards. Really, the main aim here is to just avoid that bunker off the left of the tee. Then, if safely in the fairway, you can get after this green. A strong shot will play to the left half of this green and feed down to any hole location. A birdie chance, no doubt.
They've had a chat with the caddy and they're going for it. This one's on.
Looks like this one's going to the beach. Getting ready to play their 3rd. Currently 4 shots off the pace. Trying to get to 3 under par with this putt.
What a putt. Started this perfectly.
A par putt awaits. And now to Bubba Watson.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
All right, Rich, we've made the turn now into the final 9. What are your thoughts so far?
Luke, so far, it's been entertaining watching these two go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out, but so far, so good. Love watching these two compete.
Second shot here at the 10th. Oh, it's a little wayward, bouncing through the branches. And the player's left with an opportunity to get up and down here from the sand. And if this can go down, he'll save par.
Rolling end over end. This putt's looking great.
Job done. Let's head to the next. He's in a tie for 14th place. Placement off the tee is required at the TPC Summerlin 11th hole, par 4, measuring 448 yards. The big bunker down the right side is to be avoided at all costs. And there's also a little tree there which might affect any line of sight approach to this green. Going with the 8-iron here. Oh, good shot that, right inside the range. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Setting up this putt 15 feet from the cup.
Well, that's a nice line. You know, it's not if you make bogeys, it's how you respond. Well done. I will take that and a spot in the top 10 to boot. The 12th here at Summerlin is another short par 4, 442 yards off the tips, but plays slightly downhill and leaves just a short iron approach. The only real danger here is the big body of water that starts around 150 yards short and goes right up past the green. Let's get back to it, shall we? Oh, that is flushed. Get on the green. Sitting at 2 under par in a share of 8th position. Oh, that's a great approach shot.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
I like the look of this. The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies. To the top 5 he goes. Trailing by 4 strokes. The 13th at TPC Summerlin is a monster par 5, measuring over 600 yards from the back tees. The big hitters with a tail breeze can cover that bunker on the left-hand side. But if you want to lay up, make sure you've given yourself the right number, because there's a lot to this green and plenty of ways to 3-putt it. Be careful on approach. And here we are with the 3rd shot. 4 strokes off the lead. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Oh, this would be a good putt to make, and with it, a share of 3rd spot. Mark it down, that's birdie number 5. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage.
Getting closer to that top spot on the leaderboard. This is getting interesting.
Choosing the 9-iron here. Yeah, well played.
Would need something special to happen to get the birdie here.
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. Good chance this one. Right on 6 feet.
This is what they have left for a par.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. And now 4 under for the day. The 15th at TPC Sutherland is a great short par 4. In fact, a lot will try and drive it in the tournament. If you want to lay it back, you've got around about 115 yards uphill to a green where you can't see those back hole locations. However, a good aggressive play here must avoid the pot bunkers around the greens or the big waste area to the left. A chance to make a birdie here or even an eagle. And this putt to move into a tie for second.
With 3 holes to go, it's a good position to be in.
That's frustrating. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. He currently shares 4th position. The 16th at TPC Sutherland is another one of those great scoring holes en route to the finish. A par 5 playing 560 yards. A well-struck drive up the right half here gives you a chance to get at this green in 2. If you are going for the green, make sure you've got enough club because that huge penalty area in front of it will ruin any score. Be careful going through the green here as well because getting down from over the back is not that easy.
Needs a little members bounce to the right.
Oh, I love this type of courage, Rich. Going forward in 2.
Dare I say, Luke, this player has been in fuego with his approach shots. Another green in regulation.
Don't want to state the obvious, Rich, but a little too hard, that one. A good stroke. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Sitting at 3 over. Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead.
Managing to chase down the leaders, closing that gap. Gotta like it.
The 17th at TPC Sutherland is a downhill par 3 playing 196 yards. Jonathan Bird once famously holed out in the playoff here to snatch the title. The green shapes right to left towards the hazard, so make sure if you're going to go for it, be very accurate. Setting up here with a very long putt.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Ouch, that hurts. In she goes. Let's head to the next. And now to Bubba Watson.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Trailing by a couple of strokes now. The 18th at TPC Sutherland is a 444-yard par 4 with a big body of water just beyond the gully, which you've got to drive. Make sure you avoid those bunkers on the right side to give you a good iron into this green. And they're playing from about 140 yards out. He's 2 shots back. Wow, what happened there?
Lots of greens in regulation today for this player, but not so on this occasion.
Didn't that look good for a long time? Now it's been some sharp shooting. This putt's for a final score of 66. It's tracking. It was on a good line. This one's for bogey. And that brings a close to this event. Well, Henny, we saw some extraordinary shot making out on the course here today. We saw some phenomenal play when it mattered most. A win over Bubba Watson? You'd put that in your kit bag and take it.
Absolutely you would. As we mentioned off the top, Luke, this player was gunning for the fearless Bubba Watson, and they proceeded to beat him. It was a great performance to watch this week, and I'm
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Champions Invitational is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi, Luke and Rich. Looking forward to following these two players again as they reignite their rivalry. I have a feeling we'll be in for some more exciting golf as these two battle it out.
Rich, how do you see this one playing out?
Look, Ricky Fowler came out on top last time they played, so let's see who brings their A game and gets the victory today.
Well, it will be interesting to keep an eye on this one right throughout this event. Okay, steady now. This putt is of 9 feet.
Some damage limitation. This one for a bogey.
Facing early adversity there after opening up with a bogey.
Just the thing they didn't want to have happen. An opening bogey. Hopefully that does not set the tone for the rest of the day.
And now let's catch up with John McCarthy for an on-course report. What can we expect from Echo Park Golf Club this week, John?
Well, Luke, one thing I can say about this after walking the course this morning, it's a long one. So distance off the tee, especially important here at Echo Park. Course starts off along the big lake. There are a few holes that hug the edge of this lake, not unlike a Bay Hill, but here you get hit with it right off the start. And when you get away from the water, you get hit with the sand on the 6th. There's a thin corridor of fairway that leads to the green that weaves its way through. I think there's 5-6 bunkers leading up to and surrounding the 6th green. And from there on out, the players are going to be on the watch for the sand because it's sneaky and it's hard to avoid in certain situations. It's going to be an exciting time here, I think, this week at Echo Park.
Let's take a look at the current standings. And unfortunately heading in the wrong direction on the leaderboard after that hole. Let's see what happens here at the 3rd hole.
Yeah, that's just not going to work for him.
Well, doesn't take a genius to know that this is not a good place to be.
Yep, solid connection. This is looking good.
Nicely done.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. This has eyes for the hole. That's a long-range bomb, and with it, puts extra strain on the person chasing behind them. Why not take another look at that effort?
What an amazing putt from way out.
Sitting at 1 over for the day. Here we are at Echo Park Golf Club, the 4th hole, and it's a big brute of a par 4.
Off the tee, your eyes look down the left-hand side and see 2 massive bunkers and obviously the water. So anything right of that is just fine. If you find the fairway, second shot is downhill just a little bit to a long, narrow green that has got bunkers down the right-hand side. Distance control with that second shot is absolutely imperative if they want to have a good look at birdie. That dog will hunt.
This would be a good putt to make to move inside the top 20 on the leaderboard. Ooh. An opportunity to make their par. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
He's got to be careful this doesn't get away from him here. This is downhill.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. It's time to step onto the tee here at the 5th.
All right, he's going with a little extra club, gone against the caddy here. Let's see if it was the right shout.
And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard.
If he holds this putt, he'll go ahead of Ricky Fowler. Look at the glare that Ricky's giving him.
Well, that's a bit disappointing. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. Yep, he'll take that. Now 4 back after that hole. Let's see what happens here on the 6th.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
Oh no, is that heading towards the bunker? Here we are in the fairway bunker. Can they execute a good shot? Yeah, that one will play. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. This putt is about 17 feet long. If it's up, it could be in. Oh, just missed. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Currently at +1 for the day.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
Second shot here on the 7th.
Yep, that'll work, that's fine.
Getting ready to play their third. 4 shots behind our leader. Oh, that's the hands of a surgeon. Lovely touch.
Love watching this player around the greens.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. And that'll move him to even par for the tournament.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Opting for the 4-iron here.
This one headed left in a hurry.
That got a little out of control, I think.
Oh, as we can see there, the wind definitely affecting that shot.
How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
He's looking at around 14 foot, I'd say. Nice little par putt here.
Looking better.
Yeah, nicely holed. That's a good fight back.
And a nice, tidy save from the greenside bunker. Nice par.
Time now to begin the 9th hole, Rich. Yep, give yourself a pat on the back. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 185 yards.
This one is all over it.
That's just inside the range. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
And back to the play, shall we? Chance to get one under the card with this putt. Ooh, right by the hole. 3 feet to go here to the hole. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Rich, good position for this player. Just 3 back with 9 to play. Do you sense them making a charge?
Yes, but 3 back with 9 to go, they're going to have to start taking chances. They're going to have to start firing at every flagstick they can see.
Time for the second shot at the 10th.
Looks like this one might be in the bunker.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's feeling good, just birdied the last hole.
And back to the course with the live action. Lining up from the sand now. And here we are with their 4th. Just 3 strokes back. Ooh, that almost went down. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
That's disappointing.
That will drive you bats.
And well holed. Let's move on. Trailing by 4 strokes. The 11th at Echo Park is a par 4 stretching at 430 from the back tees.
Just a slight bit uphill off the tee shot. Find a spot at that far bunker, Luke, that you want to aim at and go ahead and turn it loose. From there, second shot goes over a nice little meandering stream that wanders throughout the golf course to a green, clover-like in appearance, but I gotta say, this is really one of the coolest holes on the golf course. I love it.
Okay.
You remember using it for the poll?
Yeah.
You have the docs. There's like some docs for it that tells you the.
Fine.
59, guys. Okay, we got 59. 59. 59. I see 69, you fucking horn dogs. Where's... No, bro, spin again.
Last spin. Good luck.
Last spin. Okay, this is the actual last spin.
Number
guys.
1. Someone had to have guessed number 1. There's no way that someone didn't guess number 1.
No, I don't think so.
Oh my god.
These MFers, yo.
People are putting in number 1 after the fact.
Do we honor that we said last spin, or do we spin again because we're degens and we just love spin?
Did anyone guess
You
number
guys...
1? Full circle.
Nah, they didn't.
Full circle put 1. Dude.
But was that before or after? I didn't really see because I
numbers are
copied and
recorded.
pasted everyone.
No one had number 1 on your copy paste? I'm going off your copy paste, dude.
Yeah, me too, but these MFers are adding more numbers, so what?
That's not the one he wanted. Henny, how's that ball lying?
Looks like they have a good lie here in the second cut.
Anywhere up on that dance floor would be nice. Not a bad approach, that one. Not quite inside the birdie range, but you never know. Hole a long one. Still counts.
Already made a few birdies today, and this is another good look.
Big chance here. Just didn't drop. Putting for a par now. That was a gallant attempt. Just a short putt remaining here. And that putter's hold, and that means it's back-to-back bogeys, unfortunately.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. We have a par 3 on this one. Yeah, that one's looking good.
This player is making a statement with that approach shot. I think this rivalry with Ricky Fowler is really inspiring him to fire at those flags. It's looking solid.
Ooh, nice putt to make for a birdie. Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played. Well, the 13th hole here at Echo Park Golf Club is not as kind. A big hole at 504 from the tips.
Well, thankfully, it's slightly downhill off the tee, but yes, avoid those bunkers down the right-hand side, and of course, that meandering brook that is a feature of this golf course. Big hitters can actually take it over everything down that right-hand side, but that's for the brave few. Second shot, downhill slightly to a massive green. Just some big bunkers on the left-hand side, but plenty of bailout room over to the right.
Just 10 feet to the cup here.
Oh yeah, this is tracking nicely.
And that's for a bogey. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's got some work to do, but he's only one back from his rival.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Currently at 2 over par. All right, getting into our final stretch. Time to tee off here at the 14th. Well, it'd be nice to see them bounce back after the drop shot at the last. He's playing the draw here. Not quite the shot he was wanting. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Yeah, this is straight back into the breeze. Going to be a tough one. What a shot from the rough. This is gorgeous.
And here we are with the third shot. Wow, that almost went in the hole. And a par putt awaits him.